Hello and welcome back to Bears Games Plays Unlimited Ninja. This is the day 2 content of a new server, and it's a free-to-play server. So let's just load that up, and the music will start in a second when the stream is actually, when the game has actually loaded. And I'm just distracted because I'm getting the stream up. So we'll unlock this, and there we go. Now we've got some background music so that we're not listening in dead silence. Now unfortunately you've got this, the growth plan, which you need 100 gold to be able to invest in. So you can see, even though I've got coupons up there, you need gold, and this is, I usually have at least enough to be able to invest because I'm usually playing at least as a VIP 1. And then so if you do this, you can invest, you might be able to then do that one or that one or that one or whatever. Pretty much the idea is when this event comes up, you invest as much as you can, you get your gold back, and then you can buy a pack and you make a little bit more gold back as well. And eventually you're able to unlock, you're able to spend 50,000 each time, and then you can participate in some of these cool events like the Ninja Rally, where you could buy some good characters and some cool characters, but that's not for a free-to-play player. I guess if there is a server that gives out more gold, I'd really like to be able to do that and do the growth plan as a free-to-play player, but I mean, I don't know whether anyone saw, but the last part I checked just about every dang server, and that wasn't the case for any of them. So if you do see, if you know anything about some sort of a server where you get, it's not a whole lot more gold, but it's apparently a little bit more gold, so that you've got at least 100, so that you can start doing the growth plan. But because I'm free to play, I'm just going to have to hope for a good roll on that treasure hunt, I think it's called. Yeah, I think the treasure hunt thing, you've got a chance of earning a little bit of gold, and tomorrow I'll end up having 90 gold, and I only will need just that one more, like 10 more gold, and then I'm at least able to invest in this plan. And then probably the next time I'd have enough to be able to invest in this one, or I might need to do that a couple of times. But once you start getting these, then you can work your way up. You get that one, you get that one, you get that one, and you're able to do these growth plans. Because this is 2,000 gold for the lowest amount. So that is quite a while away. Quite a long while away. But I'll work it out. Do this. Top tournament is now open. So I guess that's not open on day 1. And do this, some blazing chest stuff, which is garbage. So I'm just going to do pretty much the basics, the daily sort of things that you need to do. And I'll probably log on again later for the events, and probably stream that, but that is not for a long time. And is this quick? Because I've got all the time in the world, I will be nice and chill and take my time completing these missions so that I don't end up using the skip cards, the fast autoplay cards, on every single mission. I'll still use it on a bunch of them, including the not this mission. So I'm hoping I can level myself up to level... What am I doing there with Aruka? I can swap him out immediately. So that I can at the very least start getting some XP on Hinata. I feel like I shouldn't start doing the daily tasks yet. I will collect the daily benefits. There you go, level up Hinata to level 30 immediately. And unfortunately, I'm over the average world level, because if I were under, I could get some more XP. But I guess that means I've got a little bit of an advantage, and I may as well fortify my equipment further. You can have that equipped, fortified further. Could I try Ninja Crusade? Possibly. And should I? I'm not sure. I've just got to think about that. I think I won't. Some of the things to do will be, I may as well do this on hard mode for the S ability. I'll just do one quick match. And now I'll exit out of it. That way if I forget to complete it later or something, I've at least got it started, so tomorrow's one would be a free reset. And I need to have a look at my make equipment and see whether I can make... Okay, I can't make any of this mist set yet, so I will actually redo that, because I'm wanting to complete the mist set for the collections, which will, I believe, eventually add up to a small stat boost. So I've at least got that one started, and I'll have a look and see if there's anything else that I want to mess with at the moment. Nope. Okay, Tenchi Bridge. That's that mission. That is that mission. That'll be a fast one. I might actually have a look at these later missions and do some autoplays of them. Okay, so apparently I don't have many slots left in the backpack, which would make sense. And I should definitely get rid of some of that space by using those pills and by using the blazing material. That's that done. So that should have made a decent amount of space. I'll turn this mission in, and that I feel like I'm getting close to level 70 actually. Okay, I assume that cave is an easy to complete mission, like a fast one that I don't need to use the fast autoplay cards. And if you were logging on at the sort of time that I am, which I also could have logged on way earlier, I was just playing on other servers to have a bit of a break from the stream, because I did 7 hours not long ago. But if you have got plenty of time, and you know, if you know you've got all night, you can really take your time and just click that, and okay, maybe the snake lair. You can just do this and go with the 9. So a lot of the time this is what I do on day 1. If I'm not feeling time pressured, if I've got the advantage over everybody else, I'll just do that. And especially early on, you'll be able to set that going in the background, and then you'll be able to do something like maybe doing a Ninja Crusade battle. Which also I should have a look at. Okay, so I can't equip those accessories yet. And so yeah, you can set those up to be auto playing, and then depending what you're doing, you might do some daily tasks, you might go and do some of these other daily things that you might easily forget to do, and that'll, I mean, it's only filling in a couple of minutes here and there, but especially if, you know, I've got other servers to do, so I could set this going and I know, come back to this server in 25 minutes. So I can go on this one and then end up swapping my server. I'm actually just doing a refresh so that the passive server stat boost is applied to Hinata, because I've just added her to the team. So that's why Iruka's BP was so much higher, and you can see I skyrocket back up. So I could have a look at some of these other things to do. I could have a look at other people's powers, and I'll beat up this NPD guy, because I'm not going to have 15 of the daily arena battles in the daily tasks, so that's fine. I can waste a couple of them. I won't do too many, but I can do a couple. And I should actually swap over Iruka's gear to Hinata, because it won't be much damage increased, but it'll be a bit. It'll be a fraction. So that's another thing that I can be doing at the moment, is swap over this gear. I don't believe I have any better gear, but in a minute when I reach level 70, I'll be able to change all of this to rock gear, and I have spring gear here, blazing gear for starters on Hinata, but the more I level up, I'll pretty much always have the highest level gear on my main character, unless, for example, I reach level 100 and Madara reaches level 100, then I'd put the best gear on Madara. But yeah, always have the best gear on your best characters, obviously. And I won't be investing too heavily in Hinata, because yellow character, so she's alright, better than, say, a purple character, but it's still a yellow. Even Madara isn't that great as a red character, so I mean, I probably will be investing pretty heavily in him because it's a free-to-play server, but on a pay-to-play server, a VIP server, I wouldn't be investing very heavily in him. Just because I'm wasting some time. I'll have a look at some of these characters. So this is a new character. So you can see the growth rates are about level 40 is what you sort of need for a viable sort of actually good character now. So you can see about 40, nearly 40, just under 40, and then I guess this is probably, yeah, this is a taijutsu user. So in the stat that they're not great in, it's usually about 10 below or so with these viable characters. So you can see very close to level 40 growth rate, and then 29 there, which that's very mixed, which is very interesting to me, that the chakra is so high, as well as agility, as well as force, and the HP is low. But whatever. So this is Kimono Kuranai. So you can see that's pretty fucking high HP, which is surprising for a support unit. And you can see high agility, quite disappointing chakra for a genjutsu user. So that's why I probably wouldn't particularly want to use that. Miko Shion seems to be quite balanced, pretty much all around mid 30, and then that means that the force isn't too terrible. Pretty much the same thing there. See, all of these guys are pretty good. You can see this Hyuga princess is just a little bit worse because her average is actually at 35, and then the force is just a little bit below that. So it's similar to these guys. The low stat is about the same, but the high stats are much higher on these guys. So that's why all of these guys would be more viable than Hyuga Princess, in my opinion. I'm not an expert. Once again, similar sort of thing. So these guys are still good and worthwhile characters, but they've just fallen off a little bit. And now you can see nothing over 30 here. and you can see here, actually all 30s, so I'd say that Ashura must be a little bit better than this character, which you can see the purchase price maximum is actually higher, so that makes sense. This guy, Chiriku, I think it says, it's hard to see with that colored text. Average, nothing over 30. You look at Butterfly Choji, that's sort of, I'm not 100% sure, but I think his stats are around about what the growth rate on Madara is. Definitely what the growth rate, actually I think I have written down somewhere. I was just sort of learning some of these characters. So let's have a look. Yeah, 8-gate guy is, I think, similar to Butterfly Choji. Very similar sort of stats. And reanimated Madara is also very similar. With around about 4 growth rate. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like that is sort of one of the best ways to determine whether a character is viable, is to check out the growth rate. So this seems like a character about on par with these guys. You look at Kaguya, and she seems to be just a fraction better than these guys. And then you look at these guys, and it seems to me she's about 4 or 5 times better than these guys. So that is a pretty decent option, I guess. You'd want to evaluate, do you want to buy that character now? How much of an advantage is it going to give you? Are you going to be able to make that gold back? So for example, if I had already purchased all of the investments that I can, I'd done all of those investments, if I'd bought the largest pack I can of this one, and I still had, let's say, 60k gold, yeah, I possibly would be buying this if I needed it to get a tactical advantage over other people. But the reality is that I always stay over 50 or 60k once I've managed to build up my gold reserves, which might seem contradictory to my VIP server, which I have here, and you'll be able to see I don't have that sort of amount. Yesterday I did have, before these growth packs and stuff that I bought, I had 48k gold, I believe it was, and I had to buy some gold packs and growth packs and stuff, and that's not loading properly, but that's gotten me down to, I'm at 10k or something like that, but I'll make that back. But the goal for me is to spend a shit ton, and then when I start buying characters, make sure that I've still got enough to participate in the next growth rate so that I can definitely make my gold back. So this is where I'm usually I actually think probably I'd be over 100k in gold, so that I've got 50k to spend for the next one, and then roughly 50k to be able to spend on a couple of these guys. So if I were at 100k, I'd only be able to buy Gecko. If I were at 125k, which would be a really good amount to have, then I'd be able to very easily buy Christmas Meter, which would be the character that I would get because she's sort of the special one for this time. Gecko and Makoto and Kimono Kuranai and Miko Shion and like all four of these characters seem to turn up just about every time. I think because they're part of the meta. And I'll try and have a look at some of the other names of characters that might come up often. So, Naruko, I think, is common. Hotaru, I don't know what character that is, but I think that comes up often. I think Shizuka might come up often. So you've got Sage Kabuto comes up often. Miko Shion comes up often. Gyeongu, I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that right, but Gyeongu Kakuza, the Vanguard, that seems to come up every now and then, and it is definitely worth getting. It's the best Vanguard, I'm pretty sure. There's a Sage Mode Jugo or something that comes up pretty often. Mitsuki is a good character. So, in my opinion, there is a best Vanguard, there is a best support character, and there's a best Assaulter, and then you probably usually want to have two Assaulters and two. You want the best Vanguard, you want the best Assaulter, you want the best support, and you also want a secondary Assaulter and a secondary support. And I wouldn't know who is a secondary best Assaulter or support. There's probably a few options, but for the Vanguard, you want to choose Gyeongu Kakuza, and I can actually look these guys up on... No, I cannot. I can't compare my team to other top server teams. But Gyeongu Kakuza for a Vanguard, Armored Jiraiya seems to be the meta and the best Assaulter, and then Mitsuki as the best support character. But some other common Ninja Rally that might be okay characters other than the ones I've said. I'm just looking at another list. The Roshi with the, I think it's a Four Tails Roshi or something. Cursed Seal Toyoya, I think is good. One Tails Gara, which I actually have on my other account, is pretty good. And these guys, all of these guys that I'm saying, they come up pretty often in the Ninja Rally, which I think the Ninja Rally is the best place to be buying characters usually. Can't say 100%. I think Treasure Hunt as well can be alright. You sink some gold into the Treasure Hunt thing, or I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you sink some gold into it and then you get some like redeeming points, and you can buy a character. I think it's a little bit pricey, but not too bad, especially when you're using these growth packs and you're constantly making your gold back. And if you're a VIP and you've topped up a bit, you can activate these growth packs pretty much immediately, and using these growth funds, and depending what VIP you are and the events that are going on that you top up for, you can make a shit ton of gold. Like, I'm just going to make up some numbers, but you might be able to top up 10,000 gold, and actually the events that are going on gives you an extra 40 or 50,000 gold, which that's just an insane amount. So definitely when you're topping up, check out what events are there and ask people, is now a good time to top up? Because there might even be good events, but if you ask, people might say, wait 2 more days and an even better event will come out. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth asking people when the right time is to top up. That's what I used to do, is I used to just ask, hey, what events are coming up? Should I be topping up now? Should I top up tomorrow? Which character should I buy? Etc. And yeah, I had people helping me. And my VIP account does look a bit shit now, but it's because I tanked it. I was bored, I was impatient, and I was like, screw it, and I spent gold instead of investing gold in things. Just because I wanted to check out new things, and I knew that I wasn't going to be playing for a long time, for months, and as it turned out, I think I didn't play for 11 months, so it was very close to a year. And I knew that I was doing that, so I just sort of threw my account out the window, and I regret it. I do, because I would have been able to jump back into it and re-earn some of that gold, and I'd be lagging a little bit behind with my level, but I'd be able to make up for it. I'd easily be able to make up for it with having the best characters, if I had so much gold that I'd been able to participate in a couple more of these ninja rallies and stuff, and I'd have all of the top characters. I mean, I do have Armored Jiraiya and I have Mitsuki, but I could have earned myself Kakaza as a Vanguard, and I could have had 1 or 2 more good assaulters and support characters. Some of these top tier guys, you know, something like maybe I'd have Christmas Mito, or maybe I'd have Kimono Kuranai, or maybe I'd have Makoto or Miko Shion, or any number of these guys that are really good. I'd be able to add to the team. And I've got some decent characters, but not the best ones on my VIP account. And so after I've done these auto plays in a couple of minutes, I'll go back to I'll knock all of these side missions out as fast as possible, and I can actually turn this one in. And I want to reach level 70, unlock the level pack to have rock equipment, and those to level me up a little bit faster, and I actually have some legendary XP books which will be good for leveling me up as well. I really don't think that... What difficulty is this guy doing? Let me just ask if he wants to team up. For Ninja Crusade. I actually can't see what difficulty he's doing, because if he's doing or able to complete, if he's able to solo hard mode, that'd be good for me. Or if he's close to being able to do hard mode, because I'm not even close. But who knows, maybe if we teamed up, we'd have a better chance. Because let's see, I can beat Jirobo, and that nearly kills me. So I'm not even close to completing this. Now, what are some of the other daily tasks that I can do? Okay, let's just transform for no reason. I mean, it's free, you may as well do it, and I've got a few more minutes before I get another. Before I get any daily tasks to do, because I've got to get to level, or I plan to get to level 70 before I start doing my daily tasks, hoping that that gives me slightly better rewards. And I'm just going to have a quick drink because I am slightly parched. Okay, so as I said in the last part, early game, in order to try and get all of these cool events, or as many as I can, I like to check what my requirements will be. So one of those requirements is getting to Jonin Spirit level, which, when you look at these and you see how much prestige that gives you, if you're first or second, you easily reach Jonin Spirit, or Jonin Secret. I'll have to actually look which one that is. It's a little bit annoying that their names are back to back. Okay, Jonin Spirit. Which is that the harder one to unlock? Jonin Spirit. So it's a decent amount of prestige you need to get, but if you're in the top 10, you would probably, I'm not entirely sure how much you need. Usually I am able to get 1 or 2 red chests, and then I usually end up getting the rest as orange chests, and that's gotten me to Jonin Spirit before. But I'm not sure whether, I'm assuming you can get to Jonin Spirit by doing all orange chests. You just get a little bit lucky and you get 15 wins a day, or close to 15 wins a day. So if you're in the top 10, the great thing is, I think actually if you're in the top 20, you'll be able to actually look at your opponent's teams and just compare your BP, and you can look at some of the characters and you can sort of see Kiba and Aruka are irrelevant in the team. The things you'll want to compare is your Madara compared to their Madara, and your main compared to their main. And if they've got something like Guy, this guy's going to be a beast. I'm very surprised actually that he isn't beating this person, and I don't know whether he's tried to beat them. So this is very interesting that he's managed to get Killer B. He must have been going hard on the tavern, which is an interesting way to play. Certainly not the approach that I would go for. I mean, I do play the tavern, but I don't go hard on it. I only do the bare minimum to unlock the purple ninjas that I want, which if it's 3 level 30s and 4 level 50s, then for me that would be so Rock Lee, Sakura, and Shikamaru. And then for these 4, I would have to go Karen, Haku, Guy, and either one of these guys. They're pretty similar. I believe the difference in them is, so increase caster's attack rate by 20%, and it attacks the Vanguard. Attack Assaulter 135. So I'd probably go Kimimaro there. I think it's necessary to get that because I'm pretty sure that the Naruto that you get on day 7 and even unlocking Gaara, or if I were to unlock Orochimaru, I am pretty sure that they don't count towards this cool event. Now we are going to level up these boots a bit more. And our autoplay is done, so I can go back to doing some of these missions. And I guess another thing that I didn't even think of and I could have been doing the whole time and would have been a good idea is while those autoplays are going, I can actually do trial missions. So you can't do realms and these main story missions at the same time, but you can do the trials and these missions at the same time. So once again, I've got quite a bit of lag, even though I refreshed not too long ago. But luckily enough, I have a ton of vitality, so I should have enough to do all of my under level 70 missions, and then hopefully I have enough to do every mission once I use all of those XP potions that probably will get me to level 78. Hopefully I can do all of those missions and get to at least level 79, or if I'm a very lucky boy, then maybe I'll get to level 80, and then that gives me even more XP potions, or XP books. I always say potions because they look more like potions to me. They're like these gourd things, which seem like a sort of potion-like thing. And yeah, so hopefully, if I can get to level 80, I get some more XP books, and that'll probably put me around level 84, 85, which may give me a bit of an advantage over people, actually. It depends. Maybe everybody on this server gets to level 80 today, or 85 today, at least the active players, because it definitely seems like, I mean, honestly, it seems like I'm the lowest player out of all of these active players, which I think just goes to show that everybody on this server knows how to play the game, because a lot of the time, even as a free-to-play, I'm sometimes beating, the VIP ones, just because I get that quick advantage. So I'm going to use up all of my stamina for today, and that's what this video is going to be, is using up all of my stamina to complete all of the story missions, complete my dailies, and depending what I've got to do, let's say I've got 100 stamina left over, or even let's go crazy and say I have 150 stamina left over, and nothing to spend it on. I've done everything I can to earn as much XP as I can. Then I would set on auto battle and go 150, and I'd set that overnight. And then when I come back, I would actually start my stream when I go to stream for event time, and you'd be able to see that I'd left it running overnight and doing the 150. But we'll see how much stamina I have at the end of the day, at the end of doing all of my story missions, and at the end of my daily tasks, at the end of my Ninja Crusades, the end of Trials, the end of Realms. I'll be able to sort of check this, and I'll be able to see I've done pretty much everything I can. Some of the things that won't go away, daily benefits, that won't go away, tournament won't go away, and the slave panel stuff won't go away, and I'll keep a couple of the arenas, probably, so that I can check close to the arena chest handout time who I can beat, so I can get as high a ranking as I can for that chest, because typically what people do is, when this countdown is getting to like 1 minute until it hands out the chest, that's when people get in one last attack to hopefully steal a position. Because if this were a fierce competition for, position 9, 10, 11, and 12, all of those people are really equal, then you would have to sort of, at the very last second, sneak in from 12th to position 9 or 10 to be able to get this this chest. Or if first, second, and third are all very close, then whoever's in third at the last minute is going to want to steal a first or second place from these people. So I'll be keeping a couple of arena battles for the two reasons. For the dailies, so I probably won't be doing many more dailies other than this one. I mean, many more arena battles, because I'll be saving them all for dailies in case I get, you know, a couple, even two purples. If I get 2 purple arena daily missions, that's 8 that I need to do. But I usually save the arena missions for either a green, 1 green, or preferably 2 blues, which even 2 blues is still 6 arena missions. So it's a fair few. And another thing with them is if you've got 4 arena fights to do for your dailies, you've got to wait 4 minutes in between each fight. So it takes a long time to get those dailies done, as opposed to if you've got a beast boost, they're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, done. That's that mission done. Oh, I got another beast boost mission. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can just knock the dailies out really quick if you get the right ones. But the arena ones take ages. Unless you're like you probably have to be a VIP 7 or something to not have too many cooldowns. Okay, so I feel like we're nearly done at this battle EXP fighting Orochimaru stage. And I'm about to have another sip of my drink. There we go, that one's done. Now, another great thing about January collections, or these collection things in general, especially when you start a new server, is the amount of bonus vitality that you've got. In an effort to catch you up and to be able to do all of the story missions, you're getting like 300 vitality per day. See, 300, 600, 900, you know, so 7 times 300 is 2,100. If you put almost all of that into the story missions and stuff, then you can end up with a ton of those packs, which can give you these. If you go redeem, I think they're maybe on this one. So these are pretty high level pets, very useful, particularly for a free-to-play player. These are the sorts of pets that, I mean, you just can't get. They give you baby Naruto, which is, I think, one of the worst red level pets. But he's going to end up, when I unlock baby Naruto as a pet, that's going to be a massive stat boost, and very important for me. And then these guys put him to shame. And then if you're lucky, you could get 2 or 3 of these guys, and that gives you a really good stat boost. I can't remember which server, but I'm pretty sure I had a server that actually unlocked all 6 of them. Not all 6, all 4 of the available pets, and that was incredible. For I think I was a VIP 1 character. For a VIP 1 character to have 4 of those red pets was just very useful. It was giving me an advantage that allowed me to keep up with some people who were VIP 3 or 4. And those VIPs, I don't think were the greatest. They didn't know 100% how to play. They didn't know which characters were the best ones to unlock and stuff. But a lot of the time you get a VIP character or VIP player and they dominate. Even if you've got a VIP 5 and a VIP 4, a lot of the time that VIP 5 will dominate the VIP 4. And then a lot of the time that VIP 4 would leave. Let me just have a look at that. Yeah, so a lot of the time if you've got someone who is a higher VIP level, that lower level VIP will end up getting dispirited and will usually leave, and they'll try and join another server. They'll join the next server and hope they can top up. Because usually, I guess those people, they have enough to be able to drop a little bit of money, maybe $50, get to VIP 3 or VIP 4, to test the waters, see if they can become a top player, the number 1 player in week 1. If they're not the number 1 player in week 1, they move on to the next server, and drop a $50 there, and they're sort of usually able to keep that up until they find the server that they're able to dominate at. And then a lot of the time those VIP 3 or 4, they'll end up dropping another 50 or 100 and end up a VIP 5 or 6 or even 7 or 8. So that's what happens a lot of the time with VIP players, in my experience. And I used to do a similar thing where I would top up. I would go into a new server, I'd top up a couple of bucks, I'd be a VIP 1 or maybe a VIP 2 if I was feeling a little bit spicy. Be a VIP 1 or 2, try and make it as a top player. If I'm in the top, probably 3 maybe. At the end of the week I'd go a little bit harder, maybe I'd drop a 50 bomb, or maybe I'd, however much I wanted to actually be spending on the game, and whatever VIP level I wanted to be at the time, that's when I would top up that amount, is towards the end of the week. Although sometimes you'll be playing this game, like I might play 5 days of this server, and you might see Dark Black, and he's dominating, he's number 1, completely undefeated for 5 or 6 days, and then some new player comes along and they've dropped $50, they're VIP 4 or whatever, however much VIP, however much $50 drops gets you to, or maybe they just instantly are choosing to go to VIP 4, but someone just drops their wallet and just takes over #1 position immediately. So that's just the kind of game this is. Which can suck if you can't drop that kind of money, and it's an amazing feeling when you can start dropping some of that money to be able to pull those moves, which is why people do it, is because, or in my opinion, that's why people do it, is because it does give you a good feeling. And I'm sure that the game designers have specifically made it that way. Oh, finally level 70. Finally level 70. Let's unlock this. Now I can boom, get myself to level 75. Unlock a whole bunch of things. Level 77. And I've still got a whole bunch of missions to complete. Let's activate this. Activate that. I forgot. Now I've unlocked the level 75 gift pack, which has given me 500 extra stamina. I was actually hoping to not use that. I didn't really want to use that at that time. Now I'm just going to move some of my items over. So all of this stuff is going to sit on Hinata. Then I can put this equipment back on. I'm actually going to put it on this one because it's level 30 equipment. And we're going to take that. Oh, he's not level 50 yet. Well, ain't that a shame. I'm going to actually sell this blazing scroll, because in my opinion I only need 2 scrolls of different levels, and I should only need 1 shuriken and 2 kunais. But it won't be a big deal if I have more than that. So now I can just put all of this equipment on here, and it's decided to put the belt there. Well, I'll put the belt there. And now I can fortify and inherit the levels from that. Much better. Much better. Now we've got this. And we've got all of that done. Now I'm going to put some of this equipment away because it's not necessary. So I'll put that away, I'll put that away, I'll put that away. And I'll put one of each of these away. because I don't need to put them all away because what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know where it went at all. Oh, I don't need to put all of them away because I think Madara is going to reach level 60, so I may as well put a couple of accessories on him if he's level 60. So let's take all of the items off Kiba. Now I can guarantee that the dodge gems and such should be on I don't want these on. I'm just going to take all the gems out of Hinata. Actually, while I'm doing this, do I need to do 9 of these? Yeah, I need to do 9 of these. So because I know I'm going to spend a decent amount of time messing with my gem situation, I'll set that to auto, and we're going to take gems out of any equipment that doesn't need it. Not gems, jades, which are pretty much the same thing, but I don't know, sometimes people get fussy about the terminology you use. So I guess I've got a full backpack, so I can't do that at the moment. Can I just put a couple of throwaway gems? I'll put 6 gems in here that I think suck. And hopefully that gives me the space to be able to remove all of those and all of these. And is there anything I want to remove from these? Yes, I will take out power gems because I don't need power gems on Madara. I need... Okay, I feel like I'm missing some gems. Why do I keep saying gems? I mean jades. Okay, so force should be on these. I might know where some jades are. I reckon I've got some jades in this. Well, what do you know? I was right. Good, I can split all of them out there. Okay, that. Now, I think we can put 6 level 4 hit gems on my main character, and some crit gems. Perfect. Now Hinata, I believe, can have the dodges, she can have blocks, she can also have the power gems actually. So power, dodge, block, dodge, block, dodge, block, dodge. I don't need the S attack one. Block, and I'll put counter jades on as well. Beautiful. And Madara can have Fury. We've got Fury there. What are we missing? Okay, so we can take that out, put an Agility gem there, Agility gem there. On Hinata we can put Power gem there. Where's the rest of these gems? Okay, I think I can remove all of them. Anyone else holding any gems? No gems anywhere. Okay. So we can give a little bit more chakra there. And then that last spot would be for agility, which is good. We want Madara moving first. Then our next most important character is the main at the moment. So we'll add some S attacks. Let's just make sure that's fully equipped. We've got hits everywhere. And I don't have any more force gems for it. So I think we can upgrade the levels of some of these jades. Now, 2, 3. I may as well put some things here. So what will I use? I guess we'll go S attacks. Just trying to clear out the inventory a bit. And for Kiba, I'll put those two, as well as I may as well put all of those on. Okay, yeah, we've got dodge and a block for him. And then may as well put another dodge, another counter, another block, and more crit gems on. I keep saying gems, but I mean jades, and I'm sure you know that. I'm sure that my viewers are very smart people. I'm actually assuming that my viewers, all 0 of them at the moment, but if you're hearing me say this, then you're a viewer. And I don't know how many people will then hear it, but I'm pretty sure that you are the smartest person ever, actually, because you're watching my content. I'm just assuming that really smart people like to watch my content. I don't know why, but I'm assuming they've got some really rock solid logic behind it. Now, as I said before, what I can actually be doing is doing my trials while the autoplay is going. So it's very laggy, but I just want to make sure that this is completed. Actually, there's a few things I need to test out. So I did that one. So let's have a look at the daily tasks. Yes, so because I got to level 70, they've changed. These were purple ninja souls before. Now I don't trust myself to get to level 80, or if I do, I'm sure it will be after the Rebella's attack event. Do I want to do this realms, or will I save the realm realms for a purple. I'll go for a purple realms. Okay, so ramen shop. I'm going to do 2 of these. 1, 2. So it does say gold, but it actually uses coupons. Got some daily refresh cards, which is nice to use them up. Okay, so this one's a sort of a freebie, so that's nice and easy to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very laggy. Okay, and oh, there we go, there's a realms. So I have to wait until my autoplay is done. So that's 17 minutes, so I'll do some other things, such as changing my formation, change my skill to hit, refresh the server, and I'm going to have a crack at beating the Kazakage in top Kages. I have a feeling it won't go well. I believe the best skill to use for I can't remember which missions. Okay, I can use that. Give me a second. Okay, so top Kages. So I believe the Kazakage, Mizukage, and I think even the Tsuchikage, I think using something that increases your hit chance is best. I'm hoping that Madara can 1v1 this Sand Vanguard. So there's 2 rounds to top Kages. You have a 1v1, and then you have a team battle versus team battle. So the 1v1, whichever side wins, gets a bonus to the Fury. So you can see our morale plus 50, and enemy morale is, I think, minus 50. But if I'd lost, it's still possible to win. So I've had times where my character can't. None of my characters have been able to 1v1 the first character, but my team overall, my overall team manages to beat their team. So just because you don't win doesn't mean you should reset. And so you saw that I already had the Kazakage spirit or soul or whatever, so it's already calculated that I won. So far as I know, you do have to play out the first match and before you can do the reset. You can't do a skip by just gotta load. You can't just decide to go in here and then go challenge, go here, and then just you can't just reset here and you'll have beaten both levels. You have to actually play it out. So if you've got Madara, you can see he can at least solo a couple of these guys. It's going to be useful for me to be able to watch these battles, to be able to see what I win and how I win. Okay, I beat that, so I may as well just refresh now. Let me just mute the mic, but I'm going to have a go at Gara. I'm going to solo it. I'm going to 1v1 Gara with Madara, and hopefully his hit rate is good enough, because I believe that's why you use hit on your main character, is because a lot of these guys have high dodge and block and stuff, so that increasing that hit rate gives you an advantage. But hopefully Madara can still 1v1, but we'll find out. Let me just mute this. So you can see my Madara isn't so OP that it's just ploughing through Gara, which doesn't bode well for me beating the Mizukage, for example. I know that when I get the baby Naruto pet, it'll give me a big BP boost, which will probably a BP boost powerful enough to get to the Raikage, or very close to the Raikage at least. And who knows, by then I may also have another one of the red pets. So 2 red pets might be enough to beat the Raikage, but he's a pretty tough opponent. So now that I've unlocked that, I can do these, which depending on the game and the characters you have, there's different strategies. Essentially what I'd say is focus on one character that you know you're going to have on your team, because you don't want to have to be swapping your points around and wasting your points, because if you look here, 900 Kazekage souls, which means 90 days from this one, which is 45 days, which is 24 days, which is 12 days. So it's like, that's a lot of time to be able to level these guys up. And then you're meant to do that for 5 characters? It takes a while. So you don't want to be wasting your souls on characters that you're not leveling up. So for my free-to-play character, the only character here that I know I will definitely have on my final team is my main character, because I know that I've always got them. Can't remove him from the team. So, you know it's safe to level him up. If I had, on my level 120, my VIP server, I level up Jiraiya, and I'm focusing Jiraiya, and then the one after, the character after Jiraiya to level up will be Mitsuki, and then it would probably be my main, because the other couple of characters on my team I'd be getting rid of. Let's see how Madara does against this opponent. But yeah, that's pretty much the way. Okay, I'm gonna get my butt kicked. I can see it already. And I could guarantee that using my sometimes it's better to use your main, because your main might have a better skill, such as prevent healing. So it might be better to 1v1 them, or especially if you've got other characters, other red characters, you might know those characters are, not to use Murderer for that. It might be better to use Guy, or it might be better to use Jugo, or it might be better to use, I don't know, just anyone. But yeah, I've clearly lost this, so refresh, and you can tell that I lost because it didn't have the pop-up that I'd earned some souls. Now, what are some other features to work on while this is autoplaying? Well, certainly I want to fortify my equipment further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my goal is I like to have all of my equipment on all 5 characters level 100. After level 100, I feel like the amount of silver needed to level up each piece of equipment is just too much. I don't know if you want to correct me and say that all the top players have their equipment level 150 or whatever level. If you want to let me know that I'm doing things wrong, feel free, because I know that I'm not an almighty expert, so I'm always happy to learn and get better. And I can do another couple of fortifies. The most important thing for the first week with fortifying my equipment is making sure that the weapons, I have 5 weapons that are at their max level, so that I can maximize my damage output in the Rebels attack event. Because if you saw the last time, I don't think we one-shot any of the Rebels. But as the days go on and we get a bit more power, especially on day 7 when we get that better spiritual beast, and I'm actually just going to unlock this slot now. If I get lucky and unlock one of these guys, no, not one of them, that's not a guy, one of these beasts or a couple of these beasts by the end of the week, I will probably be able to do the whole event one-hit KOing things. And actually, the more people you have, in a way, the more difficult it becomes, because you'll be going through the rounds so fast. If you've got only 5 people who can one-hit KO things, they'll one-hit KO the whole round and you'll instantly be on to the next round. If you've got one person, they've got a one-hit KO and then they've got a cooldown before they can attack the next ninja. If you've got 10 people, then they'll be able to take alternating rounds, and so the rounds will fly by and you'll get to round, I don't know, let's just say 100, whereas even if everyone on your server is one-hitting everyone, you might only reach level 50 if you've only got a couple of players. But if you've got a ton of them, you can get to level 100 or whatever. You can get to the point where 20 million or 25 million or something combat power isn't enough to one hit the people. So I've only got a couple minutes for that to complete. So I will actually finish up doing this. And then I'll go back to doing the story missions, which is going to get me a couple of levels. I reckon I might get to level 79. If I'm nearly level 78 already, and I've got all of those missions to turn in, I have to complete them, then turn them in, as well as levels 70 through 78 side missions. So there's 2 side missions for every level. That should hopefully mean that I'm chewing through a decent amount of vitality. And I've got 700 vitality at the moment. Oh, I've also got my realms to do. So I can do all of my realms, I can do all of the side missions, all of the trials that are available, which these ones, the level 30 and level 50 trials aren't going to give me very much XP, but every little bit counts. I reckon I can get to level 79. It's pretty much only 1 level away, with 8 levels of content to get to. If I can get to level 79, then I reckon No, I'm an idiot. I was going to say that I reckon the events will give me enough XP to level up to 80, but I'm actually not so sure. Because yesterday's events didn't give me all that much XP. I think I was level 69 and I only got half an XP bar worth of XP. So that's not a whole lot. So no, I might not reach level 80 today, which would be a little bit sad. But level 80 would be good. If I can, I'd like my main to be level 80, Madara level 70, Hinata level 50, and then I can have Fireforge set on myself, Rock set here, Spring set here, fuck it, Blazing set here. And am I going to today be able to add a 5th character? No chance in heck. Just see, 10 times 2, yeah, so I think I will end up at the end of the day one of these 2 ranks. So then tomorrow, so day 3, I should reach Joan and Fang rank, which will be nice. So let's do some realms, which I haven't done any realms yet, because these early realms are useless. I don't want any of this. Don't want any of this blue gear, or even the purple gear. I don't like. I don't know what the highest level accessories are. I think maybe level 7 accessories. So I want to be able to reach the point where I can get level 7 accessories and start putting them on, which I think are still only yellow tier items. I got the best kill here. That's interesting. That's very arbitrary and meaningless. Once again, we've got, so let me just calculate. We can afford to do this. I have enough points available. So make sure you've got enough daily tasks, so you need to be able to do 6 of these bonus point tasks that are specific. So that's 6, plus you need 1 to double your rewards, which if you keep refreshing, the double rewards thing for spending coupons will always show up. So that's 7, plus, so there's only 3 sort of tasks that you can sort of choose that aren't on this board, that you have to wait for. And in order to get the 150 points, you have to do the gold coupons doubling thing. Well, you don't have to do that, but if you're doing that, then you need to do at least 7 purple missions, and you could do 1 green and 1 blue, or 2 blues, but you can't do more than 2 non-purple missions, or you won't be able to reach the required 150 for the general recruit proofs. I'm not sure if that's the best explanation, but hopefully you get it, and if not, you'll at least be able to see what I'm doing and hopefully copy/emulate that. So I can do 1 more of these, and I shall, and I shall also fast play it. So fast play done. So now every other mission, I've got 5 tasks left. So these 2, plus once I've completed those 2, there'll be 3 more that I need to complete. So that's 5 tasks. I can only do 5 more tasks. So every task that I complete now has to be from this bonus point list. So I'm looking for a fortify, a purple fortify, or a purple realms icon. Taking a second to refresh there. Come on. I really don't mind spending a decent amount of coupons because I got plenty of coupons, and the coupons you get back fine usually. If you do notice that you're spending, you know, 1,000 on refreshing or whatever, then you've got really bad luck and you've done way too much. But yeah, it shouldn't usually be a problem. And yeah, so now I'll do my realms mission. Do this one. And I think someone joined and watched for 7 seconds. I wonder why that is. I wonder whether potentially it's because I'm speaking in English. Maybe people join and they don't speak English, so they don't want to watch. Or maybe it's the content I'm doing. I wonder. Because yeah, there's a lot of times where this, it seems like these, like the last video, had 15 views, and for the most part, there were a few people that were there for a couple of minutes, and there were a few people, well, probably 10 people that had come and gone within seconds. So quick that it didn't even show that they'd that they were a viewer. It showed that they'd already left. I can't believe that that counts as a best kill. Interesting, so I need a little bit more damage for a one-hit kill there. Which means that I'm not going to get the honor, the so-called honor of best kill, as the pop-up says. This isn't going to kill these guys either. Oh, it did. That did more damage than I thought. I should also do this and that, and let's give these guys some equipment so you can have the best of these equipment that I have at the moment. Yeah, you can have that, you can have that, you can have this, you can have this, and you can have this. And I'll put one of these on you there, and one there. And that's all of that. Now we're looking for another, there we go. I was going to say another purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck it, we'll round it out to 5 because it's a nice even number. Okay. So now we can do perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll do a couple of these arenas. We'll beat up NPD now. So that's one. It's going to take 4 minutes to refresh. And by refresh, I mean it's going to take 4 minutes to reset my arena chance. I'm wondering how much more money I should invest in my tailed beast. As I said at the start of the last stream about the spiritual beast, Four Tails is my guy. Out of all the tailed beasts, I love the Four Tails. I like that he's a big old monkey. So that's my favorite animal out of the possible animals there. And I like the fire/lava aesthetic because my name's Burn. Why is it Burn? Because fire is like my favorite element in the games where it sort of is an element. You know, I like fire Pokemon, I like fire jutsus, that sort of thing. Just a little bit until we have a cooldown there. I'm actually able to do a couple of these missions while I wait for the arena cooldowns. And I'm still keeping some of my fast play cards because why not? I can always use them anytime I actually want to. Like if I had an excess, if I always had 100, then that's not a problem. Whereas if I actually ran out and I needed to finish up some missions really fast for something, like let's say the January event was ending and I had 700 XP that I need, 700 vitality that I needed to burn through. It'd be better that I have the fast play cards that I can actually use so that I can do as many of those before the event ends as possible. So that's why I prefer to do manual when I can. Which if I'd been playing this, if I played the day one as soon as it came out, I might have done like a 23-hour stream. And just been doing exactly what I'm doing now. All of those missions that I did yesterday that I like auto-played, I probably would have done manually just to save even more cards. Or maybe not all of them, but a decent amount of them. Now I am going to click this, click the recommended, no more recommended friends, damn. Okay, 27 seconds, that's enough time for one more run of this. Let's go. Boom, let's 3-hit them. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. It's actually surprising to me that my Madara is being outsped by my main, because my Madara has the boots enhanced a little bit. Obviously my main has higher level boots, like higher tier boots, but the boots on Madara have been enhanced, and also has agility jades, whereas my main doesn't have any agility jades. So that's interesting to me. Let's fight NPD. I feel like that fight went pretty quick. I think it went faster than the other person. And then we've got one more in a couple of minutes to do. Okay, so I can do another interaction there, and we'll do this. And then I might actually do some of the main story missions again and speed through them and see if they can give me some enough XP to get to 79. So that is what I will be doing, is this mission, finish up the daily tasks, Ninja Crusade. I think that's all I've got to do for today, apart from the events, which there is a very, very high likelihood that I will not be online for the Suppress Beasts event, because I believe it starts at 5 in the morning for me. Maybe 6 in the morning. Because I have insomnia, I never know. Maybe I will be awake at that time. Even a lot of the time when I am awake, I don't usually feel like playing or anything at that sort of time. But if I do, then I'll stream it. But I should be awake for the Conquest, for the Konoha Defense, and for the Rebels Attack event, so I'll be on then, and I'll try to come up with some talking points so that I can talk through those events, because they're all autoplay events. So, oh, there we go, level 60. Boom, add some accessories, which aren't necessary, but why not? And then main mission. We can do this one. And as I said on the last stream, I think I feel like I can hold a conversation perfectly well, and if there was someone here to back and forth with, it'd be fine. But holding a conversation just with myself, especially without some sort of input, so having someone else off camera being able to input things would be fine. Giving me ideas or holding a conversation with them would be fine. Or if the game had talking points. I know that I'm still not the best when it comes to those games. Like if I were playing Pokemon, I still a lot of the time would be doing a bit more thinking of, oh, okay, what should I do, and maybe not verbalizing it as much. But sometimes I'm good and I'll be able to explain, okay, should I go for, a flamethrower here, or is it better to use this attack actually? Should I swap my Pokemon? So it's the same sort of thing with this game of, if there's something to input, like, oh, should I actually do this mission or should I do that mission? Oh, what character should I use here? What skill should I use here? Then I'd be fine, which is why early game is sort of easy, because you can there's a lot happening. But as I get further into the game, there's just a lot less happening, really. Just use up all of these for my potency. Let's pick up this mission here. It's a little bit laggy. Pick up that mission. Pick up this mission. Oh, actually, will beat Jappa again. Is that his name? Yeah, Jappa. And Kiba is now level 50, so I can put a better weapon on him. Although it won't be upgraded, but it's fine, because I don't care. Okay, so that's that done. Now daily task, complete that. So you can see the next mission I need to do. I get 45 bonus points if I complete a Realms mission. You can see that only gives me 2. Well, 150 minus 45 is 103, so I need to get it to 103 points. 105 points. So I need something that offers 3. So I need a green or higher Realms mission. A blue, that's fine. It doesn't matter if you go over at all. Like having 155 daily task points makes absolutely no difference. So you don't have to worry about, or you don't have to decide to do all purple missions and really stress about all purple missions, or only just making it to 150. No, as long as you've got 150 points or more, you're fine. So a lot of the time, if I can, I will strategize to do a green arena mission and a blue arena mission if it comes up. Or if I only had one more fortify mission there, I'd just take whatever comes up. Usually I make sure that the beast boost and the fortify missions I do purple, because they're really easy to complete as a purple, whereas the realms, they take longer, and the arenas take the longest amount of time. But the fortifies and stuff don't take long at all. But if it's just about completing without wasting any more coupons for refreshing, then it's worth just picking that mission up, if it's the very last mission you need to do. So you can see I already got the reward for that. So just to speed things up, because the battles are going slow and they'll go faster if I refresh, just refresh. And now, really easy peasy, we go back to another realm. Boom. This one. I almost wonder whether I lost it because nothing popped. I sure hope that I'm strong enough to actually be able to beat all of these missions. Oh yeah, he did no damage, or next to no damage to Hinata, so there's no way they like fucking kill me unless they dodge me a shit ton, but I doubt that, especially when I'm using the hit skill. Yep, there we go, and there we go. And so this is the last one for the daily. So now I can refresh. That is all of my daily tasks done. Daily tasks complete. And this here. And I finished a cool event apparently. S weapon. The best gem gourd. Actually, you know what? You've earned the best gem gourd. I want that and that, and best fan for more agility there. Better agility there. Better mirror there. That's all of that. And I'm actually getting a phone call, so I will mute this. Okay, and I'm back. I just had phone calls to answer and late night business to do, which actually that might sound a little bit weird and a little bit wrong. But no, I had people to talk to and organize things. Which it's 11 o'clock here, so shouldn't have to really do that, but that's just the way that my life is at the moment. Is sometimes people decide, hey Bern, you have insomnia, so fuck it, you're available at this time. And it's like, well, sometimes, and in fact usually, but sometimes I'm not available at this time, because sometimes I manage to sleep at a regular / good time, or what about right now when I'm busy streaming? I don't know, sometimes people don't really understand that your life doesn't revolve around them. And I think that maybe that's because I'm a kind and generous person, and I do try and make myself available and stuff as much as possible to people and try and be as helpful as possible. And I think when you give an inch, people just take a mile. I believe that's how the phrase goes. But yeah, because I'm kind and generous and I do a little bit for people, sometimes they decide, fuck, Bern's available all of the time because he was able to come and see me in the middle of the night when I called at 3 o'clock once. And it's like, well, that was a coincidence, or it was an emergency that I come see you that time. But that doesn't mean you can just call me and say there's an emergency every time you want to hang out at whatever time. That's just the way that things go, particularly with me. Because sometimes I can be a bit of a pushover. Although sometimes I can be obstinate and an asshole. And I think generally people don't realize, but you don't want to get me to that point, because then I find it very hard to take back. Once I've gotten pissed off at someone, a lot of the time it's like, it's really hard to sort of remove that. If I'm thinking, oh, this person's taking advantage of me, and my kindness, then I just won't ever be kind to them again. Or maybe not. Maybe it's possible to come back from that, but you gotta really work hard. And I haven't really had that happen before. I haven't really had people who've managed to make their way out of my life and then managed to make their way back in. And I might actually do an arena here, because I've got 9 chances. Yeah, I'll do an arena here, because I'm trying to get to 15. 15 done for the day, not right now, but if I can get probably 13 completed before I log off for the day, or for the evening, because it's evening for me. Then wake up in the morning tomorrow around event time and finish them up. Finish up those last two ones. That's the plan. White Coat Sasuke has a mission for me here. Tsunade has a mission. And this mission here. I've got this. I may end up playing this for a little bit longer than I was planning. So I think I will autoplay all of these missions. If I weren't on camera at the moment, I'd manual them for as long as I'm awake. But because I'm trying to get this actually cramped into the video, I will complete all of these missions using the ticket things, the fast play auto cards. So I'll do that. This one I only need to do 9 of. I might not do that one. I might do that one off camera or something. Yep, so 9 of these. Nine of these. Then we do I think those ones will be quick, so I might do them off camera as well. And I'm getting a phone call again, as you can probably hear, so let me just mute this. Okay, and I'm back again. What complicated matters I have to deal with. I actually have appointments tomorrow that I completely forgot about. I believe I have them. I'll probably get back just before Konoha Conquest, or around about that period. So I definitely won't be streaming before then. So I sure fucking hope that I manage to get to sleep before the Beasts event. But it is 11:45 here, and I'm going to be going to a mate's place to satiate the fact that we've hung out this week, so that hopefully it frees up the rest of my week. Because for some reason, that's what my life is I have to go and hang out with someone, just not for hanging out and having fun and it's a great time and relaxing. No, it's a chore. It's a job that I need to complete. Just because it, for some reason, becomes somewhat important to do this job of hanging out with them. It's sort of difficult to explain properly without giving aspects of a personal life away for myself, because while I am still not making this a full-time career, I'm not wanting to give away personal details so that I don't get doxed or anything of that nature, which also, if I did become a full-time streamer, I wouldn't want to be, have my privacy invaded or anything like that. But I'd be able to share a little bit more and develop like an on-screen personality. But also it's something that I don't want future employers and stuff to be seeing, videos and stuff and go, oh, you're that guy who, like, if I'm reliant on a job outside of this, I don't want people to know that I'm doing this for a job. If this gets big enough to be a job, then it's like, yeah, I can say to my mates, and well, some of my mates know already, but say to more people, like acquaintances and stuff, yeah, this is what I do, and it can actually be okay to do because it's actually, working. Instead of, oh, you've got a YouTube channel with fucking 6 people subscribed, well, you kinda suck then. And it's like, well, a little bit at the moment. I'll get there. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to play for. But if I end up cutting this, if I end up getting off the stream, then I'll probably be heading to my mate's place. And wouldn't be doing anything off camera. But unless maybe I'm getting my shoes on to go to my mate's place or something, in which case I might cut the stream and be getting my shoes on and doing fast playing some of these missions. Actually, I should probably do that because it is nearly 11:50 and I have not eaten dinner. Yeah, I did eat today. I had to think about whether I'd eaten today. 10 hours of streaming today. That's a lot for me. Oh, actually, no, that's an exaggeration. It's only been 9.5 hours of streaming I did today. But still, that seems like a lot to me. I don't know about anybody else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself some dinner, play a couple of these missions, autoplay them, and then I'll be back for event time probably. I may even miss out on Konoha Conquest, so I might only be online for the defense battle or something. I guess I will see you when I see you. And hopefully I'm not fucking dead tired tomorrow / later today. I'll see you guys at the events. Toodles.